Hello and welcome to the third game in the GLSEN with Pride charity stream where we are raising money for a charity called GLSEN, which works to create safe and inclusive school systems to ensure LGBTQIA plus youth are able to learn and grow in a school environment free from bullying and harassment. The third game today that we will be playing is called Hardwired Island, and we, of course, have another set of incentives to help raise money, and you can help contribute to the story. This one is very, very simple. For $15, you can specify a pun, a cheesy pun, sci-fi quote, and our cast will incorporate it into the narrative. And it's gonna be beautiful and hilarious. Quickly, we will go around and we will have everyone introduce themselves, and then I will pass it off to Phoebe. So let's start with Phoebe. Say hi.
Hi, my name is Phoebe Zeitler. I am she, her. I am the game runner for Hardwired Island here today, and I am so glad to be able to run this amazing game for such a good cause with such wonderful people.
Let's go next on the overlay, which is Dare.
Hi, I'm Dare. I just do things around places and tabletops, internet journeyman and all that. Pronouns they, he, or she, as long as you switch them all up, I'm good. Um, and yeah, you can find me on Twitter and TikTok at NBDare and hear me just yell about tabletops a lot.
Gonah.
Uh, Hi, I'm Gonah, and I do stuff like I'm a streamer on Twitch as well as just yelling into the void on Twitter and TikTok. And yeah, pronouns are she, her, and I can't think of anything else.
Mars.
Hi, I'm Mars. I use they them pronouns. I also scream on the internet, sometimes about tabletop games, sometimes about dinosaurs, sometimes about frogs. A lot of screaming. I also am part of Turntables RPG, which is a cool experimental RPG stream that you should check out. We just finished our first season.
Shadow.
Hi, I'm Shadow. You can find me and cute pictures of my cat on Twitter at ShadowBookCat. And I play TTRPGs here in the Twitch space of this nice little web box. I have a few things that I can't announce yet, but we'll get there. So go to the Twitters.
And last but not least, we have Beau.
Hello, everyone. My name is Beau. I use they, them pronouns. And surprising no one, I also play TTRPGs. And I do the screaming as well, but not always on the internet. You can find me on Twitter at DorkyTeacher and on Twitch at JustDorkyTeacher.
We all scream on the internet, and hopefully we'll be screaming in character in just a moment. I'd also just like to say that we are $20 away from our next giveaway, which is a gift card to Found Familiar Coffee. So if you want to help us reach that next milestone, please get us there. They make amazing coffee. Now I'm going to keep quiet, cackle in the background at y'all's shenanigans, and I'm going to hand it off to Phoebe.
Okay, thank you. Just to address the screaming, of course, I can't say the standard quote about screaming in space because nobody's put the incentive in there yet. So if you want me to say that, well, you know. Anyway, so everybody, are we ready to enjoy our little game? Yes? Great. What incarnations is that? Earth below us, spinning in the vast infinity that is our little corner of the universe. For over a decade, we've lived up here, humans and androids alike, since the impact. Grand Cross is still the biggest and brightest of the new homes we have built for ourselves out among the stars. But even still, the patina is starting to creep in on the shining silver future. Travelers always seem to bring along more than they think. Fashions, music, art, languages, diseases, prejudices, corruption. What was initially envisioned as a utopia for all Terrans turned out just to be another slice of old Earth, but with a prettier view out the windows. The year is 2020, and the place is Grand Cross Station. Welcome to the future, or what's left of it. Each of you awoke this morning with an unusual message waiting for you in your email, specifying a meeting place this evening and offering you an irresistible incentive to be there. So, let's see what these incentives look like and how you react to these emails. Let's start with Indigo.
Okay. I'm assuming you're asking me to come up with the incentive.
Yes, so whatever would get you to do this without hesitation.
Okay. I would say that Indigo has heard about a group of people who will be removed from Grand Cross Station unless they are unless someone finds a way to get the right people the right supplies, and any way that Indigo can help, they will do that.
What are the nature of these supplies?
Indigo's a pretty resourceful person. They are anything that needs to be gotten from point A to point B without too many people looking at what is going on there. The right forms have been filled out and check boxes stamped, the right people greased. Indigo will find a way to do that. In terms of what these supplies are, I'm thinking I need a little bit of help there.
How about specific identification cards?
Yeah.
Permits to travel from each of the various cylinders that currently dot Earth's orbit. Okay.
Yeah, I can definitely help out with that.
Okay. What's your reaction to seeing this email that says, if you want an easy way to get these ID cards, you'll be here at this place tonight?
Indigo would be does Indigo recognize who this message is from?
Give me a clever check, please. So that's going to be 2d6.
For a total of 10.
10. You can tell that whoever it is that they're doing this, they've taken great care to ensure that their identity is well concealed. It's a known anonymous service that they're sending from. It's got a pretty good reputation for not being leakable. All you know really is that this person is very private.
Interesting. Okay, Indigo is going to be concerned, but if it means getting these people what they need, then I'm on board.
Okay.
Would probably.
Why don't you describe Indigo for us really quick, just to make sure that we all have a pretty good idea.
Sure. Oops, sorry. So Indigo is about 5'10". They have indigo colored hair. And they have cybernetic implants in their eyes that cause them to glow. You guessed it, indigo. They also have a holographic tattoo on their arm that is a lavender flower with a bee that gently flows around it. Yeah, that's indigo.
Excellent. All right, thank you. That takes us.
Go
ahead.
One thing that's very important for me specifically, probably not anything else. Indigo also would be, as they're doing this, petting their sweet, sweet doggo, whose name is Lexington. And they are an old English sheepdog. And I saw that the dog was an option. And I was like, well, this needs to be, my character has a dog now. So Lexington is probably sitting on my lap, way too big, but is there.
And you remembered to charge Lexington last night, right?
I thought the doggos were real dogs.
No, they're drones done up to be.
I misunderstood that reading.
You know what? Here's how we're gonna do this. Here's how we'll do this. Give me a clever check.
Okay.
This is some backstory here. We're gonna do this.
Clever check gives me an 11.
Amazingly, despite the prohibitions on extraneous animals from Earth, you managed to get Lexington up here without a problem. Lexington is a real doggo.
Yay!
Yay, doggos. Okay. All right. Mars.
Hello.
Let's see. Gator, how did you actually get a look at this?
I think Gator got this email, and they were probably promised some, like, either information or actual specimens of reptiles, because they are a drone person. I believe the class is operator, but they basically make drones, and they are specifically fascinated with making drones based around wildlife and Earth wildlife, even more specifically reptiles, hence their name Gator. So I think being promised information on how they can maybe different reptile abilities, or how different basically they're a nerd for information. So if information is being offered to them, they are going to want to go take it.
All right. So then how I see this happening is these are specialized mechanics, specialized schematics for these things. And sometimes they're open source, but sometimes they're just proprietary ones. And it is really difficult to get high quality proprietary ones, especially for you. You've had student loans coming out your booty. And so what has been provided to you is the promise and actually a sample STL file for a functioning gecko hand, which would allow you to cling to walls. This is purely mechanical, but manages that. Obviously, you're not going to be able to fabricate this just yet, but it's on the back burner. You have that as an option should you desire. But at the same time, the print time is going to be a little while. And you're also not likely to have the specific raw materials for it just yet.
Mm-hmm.
tell us a little bit about Gator. How did they look?
Gator is a mostly human. They have like kind of choppy, almost down to the scalp, but choppy greenish hair. They've got a cybernetic eye that looks sort of like a metal chameleon eye that they are able to use to get a better perception on things, as well as a chameleon tail, like a metallic one, but just for the aesthetic. They also have a cybernetic arm, their left arm, and their palm can function as a 3D printer, basically, printing small objects and such.
Part of me envisions the filament just coming out like silly string. Like, so
I had imagined it like they held it in their hand, but that's way better. I like the silly string Spider-Man take on it.
okay. That takes us to Shadow. Shadow, what were you looking at in this email that caught your eye and made it impossible for you to resist?
Yeah, so the biggest, boldest line in this email exclusively stated that I would have access to a device that has an unlimited storage capacity.
Interesting. Now, storage capacity is at a premium. A lot of the technology that we experienced in our 2020 does not exist in the 2020 of Hardwired Island. So where the upper limit for technology is for cheap hard drives would be about 4 gigs here in the real world. You're not gigs, terabytes. Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. That's roughly analogous to maybe about 1 terabyte would be the upper maximum, and that's what a lot of the systems seem to run on. AI systems tend to use a lot of specialized hardware that is not used with durable technology. So the idea of a virtually unlimited storage unit, one has to wonder where that came from. So, all right. What does Shadow look like?
So, so I have very greasy hair. Unsure if it was never gets washed or if that's just the way it's made to look. And a tattoo mask going across my eyes, and otherwise no obvious cybernetic arms or eyes or anything like that. Nothing outwardly that somebody would be able to point out. And very plain gray business wardrobe, pretty much just multiple copies of the same gray pantsuit. That's very consistent. Always wearing a name tag that says the name Marti on it. And out of the pocket of the pantsuit pops out this little head. So I also have a doggo. My doggo is artificial, and I was skinning the doggo to be more of a chipmunk-like creature.
Oh, this is going to be good. All right. And forgive me, your character is Marti. I apologize. So, okay. So that's Marti. That takes us to Pixel.
I
All right. So, what caught your eye? What has you unable to resist this email?
Pixel's a very, very simple person. And what they saw was a very old video game, something very old, very rare that there's not many left of. And was just immediately sold, did not read anything else past that.
So I'm going to show off a little bit of video game nerdery here. The game Earthbound actually was released in both worlds in 1995.
I'm glad Earthbound still exists because my favorite game of all time is Mother 3.
Right.
Amazing.
So this is an original cartridge of Earthbound. They've shown the photo of it along with the holographic timestamp. Now, the reason why this is so rare is because 1995, it was released in English. 1996 is when Second Impact happened. So whatever the retroactive too soon is, that's it. Give us a little bit of look into what Pixel is, how they appear.
Well, Pixel is a hacker gamer gremlin. So I think it is something along the lines of what I'm wearing on top of like some like prismatic neon stockings and like definitely some big old like Doc Martens or something of that aesthetic in terms of footwear. In terms of cybernetics, my eyes are specialized to read moods. I may or may not have a specialized compartment in order to get some hacking done easier, unlike my hand. And I may or may not have rollerblades augmented into my feet. Because I also took the skateboard.
Awesome.
And yeah, I think besides that, I also just have like a hacker suite that is just attached to my arm just to make hacking easier and easier to get out when it goes bad.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm still mostly organic, but I've made a couple of mods to myself. A true gamer move, constantly upgrading.
Mm-hmm. All right, great. And last but not least, of course, we have Silk. Silk, probably up at Reveille. Old habits die hard. Give us a look into what drew Silk to the email and why they're not going to miss this.
So the email that she got was very short, very sweet. And all it said was to be at the Grand Cross station for a new job. And the reason why it really drew her, she just had to go, was because it was from someone that used to be in her old platoon, whom she was pretty sure was dead. So now, even if it's a trick, she's at least got to see who's got the absolute gall to try saying that they're this person.
Okay, so you're not native to Grand Cross.
No.
So you just came on board probably about maybe 3 or 4 hours ago then.
Yeah, still a little bit of jet lag, but it comes with traveling.
Right. Give me so what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you, there's this kind of stuck up, full of himself customs agent looking into your duffel. Look like you're packing a little bit here. I hope you got your permits.
Of course I do. And she just opens up her vest, and she's got it's about this thick and it's any and all paperwork that has to do with guns, that has to do with knives, and it's in different languages. It's even got like the picture diagrams, just all of the stuff that a soldier would be given, because she still keeps it on her.
Interesting. Show me your bounty hunter license.
Other pocket, other side of the vest. Bounty hunter license. It's one of my specialties.
We don't want no trouble here. We're peaceful folk.
And I didn't want any sass, but here we are. She takes back the card, puts that in, takes back the pile.
Give me a
puts
cool
that in.
check.
Six in total.
The tech. All right, this checks out. Better not see you around again. Not unless you're leaving.
I wouldn't want to be nice to you and show my face to you again, but maybe. She keeps walking.
Okay. You were all directed to a rather well-known watering hole in the Amal Ward's Nebula District, the esports bar Schattenlauf. You guys have a pretty good idea. Most of you who are native to the station know where it is. There's maybe about 4 or 5 hours yet before you go in. And there's already a line starting to form outside. But does anybody have anything they want to do before they go in, or before the time to meet?
Silk is actually probably gonna step way back, away from the line, and just kind of people watch and see if she sees anyone that either matches her old mate's description or looks like they might be trying to hide something.
You definitely see a lot of shady people. A couple folks who have some low-level bounties on them, maybe like $200, $300 for bringing them in. Just silly stuff like parking tickets, that really kind of thing. Would be more trouble really to try to bring them in right now than to just let them go and keep tabs on them later. Most of the people going to Schattenlauf are not going to be your hardened ex-military types. I mean, you knew some people back in the unit who followed esports and everything like that. A couple of them had dreams of going pro, but none of them really got anywhere, and some of them didn't get out. Anybody else?
What are the odds I'm already inside watching this?
Well,
occupation gamer or trait gamer.
This is Schattenlauf isn't really the kind of place where the players actually hang out. Think of it more like a sports bar.
Gotcha.
This isn't where the Red Sox go to hang out. This is where people who follow the Red Sox go to hang out.
Gotcha.
Who wish they were in the Red Sox. So you you could be there. You know of the place, but it's from your perspective, it's kind of a dive and a tourist trap.
Gotcha. All right, good to know. Then I think I am just not hanging out there yet.
Okay. Anybody else?
Indigo would put on a light blue suit. It's kind of like a muted faded light blue, almost gray, steely gray suit with a pink tie, and would take Lexington out for a walk. And before leaving, would make sure that their license for their pistol and drone gun is all in order. And if they have time, they would try to look up any potential entrances and exits that could be important, just in case they need to make a quick exit.
All right, give me a clever check on that, please.
I can do that. Ooh. 14.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely managed to find the information that you needed because of your ability with the fact that you could literally just log into your work computer station and find the floor plans.
15
So
if
that
I
was
use
kind
my
of easy.
bureaucracy, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, let's just gild that lily. Okay.
It's my thing. It's my one thing.
All right. You do have a pretty good idea of the back entrances, but you also know from police reports, this is not a rough part of town. This is not scuzzy, but it is also people trying to be presentable, but also be kind of rough looking.
And would I, in that time, have time to see if all of their licenses are in order? Or no?
That would be slightly more difficult. You can go ahead and do that.
Another clever check?
Yep.
Oh, less good. 5 plus add bureaucracy?
Yep.
Okay, so that would be 9.
Everything appears to be in order. You don't seem to see anything glaringly wrong, but there are a couple of licenses and inspections that are coming up due. But you also notice that conspicuously, there has never been a problem in the history of this place.
Interesting. All right.
Anybody else?
I think Gator.
Oh
Oh,
no, go ahead.
I think Gator is kind of standing at the entrance to this building and kind of like walking towards it and then like turning around and walking away in a very like I don't know if I'm supposed to go in or not, very nervous about this, trying to be inconspicuous but in a way that makes them much more obvious.
Let's do a cool check with disadvantage on this, please.
Cool. Oh boy, that's no good. That's a 4.
Okay.
Gator is extremely uncool.
You feel a tap on your shoulder as you're making a lap. Excuse me.
Hi, hello, hi. Can I help you?
That's actually kind of my line. Are you feeling all right? You seem to be
Just trying to get a handle on things. I tend to stick to drones and stuff, not as much with the people aspect of things. And just, I was invited to get some drinks in there, and I'm just getting a little nervous about it.
Right. This is obviously an android, a security android. Station security, not anybody like private. Not anybody you really need to worry too much about. I mean, they're still corrupt, but you feeling all right, friend?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking.
Are you sure? Because I can escort you to the nearest facility and we can get you something to calm your nerves for a little bit there.
No, I'm quite all right. And I think once Gator has taken an assessment of the situation and realized they're not actually talking to another person, they're talking to an android, they've kind of like calm. They know how to deal with androids better than people, and so now they're a little bit calmer, and they say, "Yeah, I can take care of myself. I'll try and stop loitering outside here."
Right. Just try not to stand out so much if you're going to what looks like a meeting that you don't want people to know you're going to.
And Gator puts their head in their hands, and they say, "We'll do. I swear it's. I don't care who knows. I'm going to a meeting," and they kind of half yell that, half just talk, but
You hear a couple people yell some things I can't repeat on stream. But the security droid looks at you and says, "Okay, now, just holler if you need anything, friend." And they walk off. And then Marty, you had something.
Yeah, just on my way to the esports bar, I would have liked to walk down if there's an alleyway either behind or next to the bar.
Yeah, there is sort of a back alley area, relatively off the grid, but well, as much as anything can be off the grid on a space station.
And I'm just looking to see if I can see like the wires that would be like the utility lines that would be connecting them to the electricity, or like the equivalent of the internet service provider of this space station. If I can see those lines and or tell what they are.
Let's go with a clever check with disadvantage, because someplace like this, they keep track of stuff like that and they've been tapped more than once.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that's a 6.
You look around, you found the power lines, and it's probably not a good idea to be messing with those right now. But you're also not able to get a good feel for what is a power line and what is a fiber optic line. So they've done a very good job camouflaging it. So
I would huff, probably, kick either a wall or a dumpster, and then straighten out my pantsuit and start exiting the alleyway to get in line.
Well, it is a little bit later in the evening now, and you are in line. It's relatively early in Tuesday evening, but already the place is still pretty full. Bouncer walks the line, takes a look at everybody involved, and taps each of you on the shoulder. She says, "You're expected." And you walk in, the place is dim but not dark. You can see easily. There's a live band on stage, but they're just warming up because it's still early. Their guitars are clanging with the sound checks and everything like that. The snare drums are kind of rhythmically. There's people milling around in whatever walking room is left, but most everybody's just gotten off work and they're crowding near the bars for their first drink of the night. Each of the bars, there's like 5 in the area, in the building. Up above them, there's a huge video screen, maybe about 6 to 8 feet diagonal. And there's probably 4 or 5 different matches on some of them. These are the Junior League games being broadcast from Marti Ward. This is just stuff, the minor leagues for some of these, but there's also the usual sports recap shows, the late afternoon esports center, a couple presenters, a few of them that you don't, but most of them are in English, others are in other languages. There's one in binary. And then all of a sudden you hear shouting out from one of the minor leagues. "By Crabthaw's hammer, by the sons of Warvan, you shall be avenged." And then there was a huge play, and that was a total party kill, and that's why we go for these games, folks. And then, so thank you to whoever put that incentive in. You find your eyes are drawn past the scouts who are scribbling notes in each of their notebooks on the plays that just went on the games. And there's this table kind of in the back. It's a masculine presenting cyborg calmly sipping from a tankard. He's got a nice silver suit on. He's not wearing a tie. His double-elbowed hands end in 4 silver leather gloves. Doesn't appear to have any hair on his head, but curiously, he's wearing very thin-rimmed, perfectly round glasses. Each of you, he beckons to each of you. "My name is Mr. Grackle. I believe you are the 5 I was sent to meet." "Good. We can begin."
Hi, I'm Indigo. How can I help you?
"I know very little of you."
Well, if there's anything at all that you need, I can get it for you.
"I doubt that you would be able to find anything that I cannot, but I understand your eagerness to please. I apologize, of course. My pronouns are he and him. Yours would be?"
Oh, they, them. Thank you so much for asking.
"Of course."
So,
"I imagine you're all wondering what we're here for.
I
Each
was
of
about
you
to ask.
received an email. Yes? You were promised something."
Correct.
Yeah, where is that, by the way? I just want to make sure you're on the level, of course.
Our employer will be delivering the initial part of your payments as we speak. Expect them when you arrive back at your domiciles, or for, in your case, Silk, I believe you have been asked to speak. That will be wired to your account as well. Our employer has gathered us for a specific purpose, one which we are uniquely suited to accomplish. I am sure that I do not need to stress the need for discretion in this endeavor. So, I am Mr. Crackle. I have been given your names, and that is all that we need to know about each other, I suppose. Our employer has identified a shipment of servers manufactured by the Tetsuo Group that is destined for a planet-side data center. These servers are of the most cutting-edge design, incorporating zero-grav silicon manufacturing processes and other proprietary advances. Our employer has an obvious interest in those secrets, of course, but there is another aspect to consider. The Tetsuo's group's manufacture of the servers would give it unprecedented power in controlling the flow of information between Earth and Grand Cross. I can see how this may be upsetting to you, Ms. Marti.
Extremely upsetting and unfortunate for them.
Well, our employer, who I should remind you I know nothing about, just as you also know nothing about, wishes to level the playing field. To that end, they have provided us with this tool. He slides a jewel case compact disc across the table. Your job will be to infiltrate the facility where the servers are being kept, install the rootkit, and escape undetected. I'm sure this should be no problem for people of your skill sets. Have you worked together before?
No.
No.
I'm known for working more with machines than people.
Yeah, same
Interesting.
on that one.
Now, it is rather interesting that you mentioned that machines' expertise will be necessary on this. There is a precise element of timing. The rootkit in this disk operates on a delayed deployment. If it's installed too early, it will be detected and removed, and your participation will almost certainly be discovered. Your only chance is to install it before it leaves the station at a precise time, exactly 14 hours before it leaves, once it is past the initial checks and ready to be loaded onto the transport. That is precisely 9 days, 3 hours, and 26 minutes from now. In addition to the material incentives that you were promised, you've all been provided with a significant advance fee. This meeting, however, will earn me my full commission. Your own payments in full will be delivered upon the installation of the servers on Earth, but my involvement ends here. So if any of you have any questions, now is the time. I will not be available to you once we leave this establishment.
I want to try to get a read on him of like does he mean it when he says he doesn't know our employer?
Give me a clever check on this. Actually,
Wonderful.
no, this is a cool check.
Wonderful. Slightly less wonderful that it's cool than clever, but still wonderful. That is a 10.
Okay. It's obvious bullshit. But you're not sure what part of it is bullshit. If he doesn't know the employer, if he doesn't know what the purpose of this installation is, he's aware on some level that something is wrong with this, but he's playing along.
So I have a couple of questions then.
Of course.
Let's say hypothetically there was a part of this story that wasn't checking out. What would be the incentive to keep us here? Because I feel, I don't know about, I can't speak for everyone else here, but I do feel as if there's some things that aren't being quite said out loud yet.
Your perception is remarkable, Pixel. I must admit that I've seen some things that are rather unusual with the setup. I do not know specifically what is being accomplished by this. But if you're asking me to tell you the truth, I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. Cha-ching.
So you've admitted that you're not telling us everything. That's lovely. Does anyone else have a way of getting answers out of him? Because I'm a little stumped, I'll be honest.
About what exactly do you need answers from?
I would like to know more than the bare minimum. There's just something that's not sitting 100% right with me.
Well, the Tetsuo Manufacturing Company stands to gain a fair bit from this. So one could assume, or rather from our failure, if I understand correctly. So one could assume that perhaps it would be one of their competitors that are trying to put a wrench in their plans, perhaps. After all,
I'm afraid I can neither confirm nor deny my presence with a competitor of Tetsuo's. This is not involved with my work.
Of course you can't, darling. That's okay. However, we can make inferences of our own. And if there's one thing we can count on with these kinds of corporations, it's that they will constantly try to fight with one another. And we're left to deal with the fallout.
Believe me, I share your frustrations with corporate infighting. I am not a fond member of the financial bureaucracy.
Oh, well, perhaps I should give you my card then. If you're looking for some way out, I'm sure I could arrange something for you.
As I said, we will not be meeting again after this. I'm sure you understand. I'm a very private individual.
Right. Well, you know how to contact me. Or if you don't, well, I'll just leave my card on the table.
And on the table it will stay.
Of course.
I pick up the card slowly.
On the card, it would be a clear plexiglass card with in indigo lettering, just the name Indigo, and then an email at the bottom as a way of contacting.
one last question for you. Grackle, you said, why have you chosen us five? What makes us different? Do we have things that are easy for you to bribe us with, or is it our skills, or what makes us so special?
Believe me, Gator, I would not be willing to divulge that information even if I did know it. You were all directed to me by our employer. I know not what you have been provided with or plied with or promised in exchange for this task. Nonetheless, I do happen to see in you a bit of a kindred spirit, somebody who reminds me of when I was younger, tinkering constantly.
And what were you promised? We were all promised something, and we don't know the employer. You seem to know a little bit more, so you get to share. What were you promised?
How are you trying to get this information out of Grackle?
Very threateningly.
That's going to be a tough check.
Uh, 8, 10. There's a slight muscle flex as she's playing with her knife in one hand.
Just made it. I can assure you, Miss Silk, I have no fondness for violence. But if you must know, I will gladly divulge why I have chosen to take this option. I see money as a tool. I see money as something that has a purpose. And it is in that purpose, for that purpose, I require rather large sums of it. I can assure you my intentions are not dishonorable. But, again, my intentions are my own.
Cool.
Well, we are on a tight deadline. We had 3 hours and 26 minutes. So perhaps let's scoot.
9 days, 3 hours, and
Oh,
14
the
minutes.
the
No,
devil's in the details.
So remind me, where exactly are we? Where is this facility that we are supposed to infiltrate? Or is that something you would like us to find out?
the coordinates for the facility are actually being sent to you as you leave this facility, leave this establishment.
I see.
Will not be too far out of the way, but it is a place on the docking ring,
Very well.
the rear docking ring, it should be noted.
Well, I suppose that's it for me. I don't have anything else I need to know. Anyone else?
I should note that our employer has requested that I comp your meal, so please stay as long as you'd like. I have business to attend to. He stands up. It was a pleasure meeting you all.
Right back at you. Also, should we like say hi to each other? Like it seemed pretty intense in there. Hi, by the way, I'm Pixel, resident gamer and hacker. Nice to meet all of you. And like finger guns just down the row.
Hi, Pixel. I'm Gator. I am a operator drone person. I like mechanics and people. I mean, not people. Mechanics and parts and not people. But
If you
I'm.
want to talk robots, I'm down. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Please talk to me about robots at any time.
Programs.
Nerdy to me. Sorry.
Cursed.
As the two are vibing, like the moment that Silk heard that the meal was comped, she like brought a waiter over and was like, I will have every appetizer, surf and turf, extra surf,
Gremlin.
this drink, this drink, this drink, this drink,
Villain
two of this
behavior.
drink. Just absolutely piling it on and getting out little tiny to-go containers from her duffel bag to put food in.
That's meal prep right there. That's meal prep.
Right. We're gonna be out for 9 days. We need food.
Is Mr. Grackle still there?
No, he left. But I want to ask both you and Marty, actually, how did Lexington and the Chippo treat or react to Mr. Grackle?
Lexington is a sweetheart, and he greets he would be at my side, but like looking up at me and looking at everyone, going, please let me say hi.
It's funny. As he was leaving, Mr. Grackle did notice. Looks down. It's a remarkable creature you have there. When I was younger, I had a Belgian Malinois. The name of Bear. Quite fond of. Anyway, good day.
Do you want to pet him? Because he's very nice.
Rather not. Thank you.
Okay.
And the Chippo?
Little Chippo would have had his head sticking out of the pantsuit pocket, and just staring with very large eyes. They're always pretty large, they're kind of just like the one size LED lighted eyes that are a disturbing color of green, and just kind of just blank staring the entire time. And then as the interaction with Lexington was happening, Chippo would have popped up and sat on the shoulder and just kind of done like the little like chipmunk nose mouth cleaning motion, and then would have scurried right back into the pocket.
Mr. Grackle saw the movement, but then didn't really seem to react. He turned his attention back to Lexington and then just hurried off. Okay. So now we're going to go into the prep phase for the mission. So ordinarily, what happens is each of you would roll for personal prep and group prep, but we're going to do that a little bit different. Each of you is going to get 2 points of personal prep, just flat out. For everybody who's not aware of what prep actually is, it's basically plot points that can be used to enhance roles. That's right. enhance. Sorry, quote, had to do that. And so personal prep is personal to you. So this is something that if you need to use it, you can. Each of you now has the option of rolling for group prep. And this is going to be something that you do in the intervening 9 days to work to prepare for the mission. So this is a roll. You choose a specialty. Sorry, yeah, you choose a specialty and an ability. Cool, clever, tough, or quick. And then you roll with that, okay? If you get a 7 or better, you'll get 1 point of group prep. If you get a 9 or better, you get 2. Each of you will go around once. If you then decide you want to go again and add more, you will have that difficulty increase by 1 for each point of prep that you've already earned for the group. Okay? So let's start with Silk. What are you doing to prepare for the mission? Sorry.
Packing the food up.
Okay. All right. So silly question, where are you staying while you're on the station?
So there are these, like, it's not a hotel, it's like the little pods that you sleep in.
A capsule hotel, yeah.
Capsule hotel, yeah. So she's just doing one of those, like, and she brought a little baggie that's got like showering and cleaning and all those materials, and is just sleeping in the capsule, wanders around for the day, or does prep stuff. But other than that, living the simplest life physically possible.
Okay. So then what does your preparation for this mission look like?
So it's a little bit the getting the food all prepped and in containers, and she is grabbing the ice packs to make sure that it all stays good. We're not doing spoilage, like we're not doing rations. That's old stuff. We ain't doing that. She's also making sure to, like, that all of her guns, ammunitions, and stuff are working well, and it's a really good thing she did, because as she's cleaning, she gets to the end, she goes, looks like we need to pick up some power converters, and
there we go.
Locks and loads that in.
Okay. All right. So what skill and specialty are you rolling for, or rolling with?
So skill is going to be probably quick, because I mean, when you're handling food and guns, you got to be quick.
Right.
And specialty is going to be military specifically.
Okay. So that's going to give you a +3 on this roll. So go ahead.
2 dice, 1 dice.
2.
Want to make sure. Haha. 5 + 5 is 10, + 3 is 13.
Okay, that's 2 points of group prep. Which means that your next prep roll will be 9 and 11, should you decide to do that. Indigo, you're up.
All right. First thing I would like to know is, where is this place?
Like Grackle said, it's the back ring. There's direct coordinates land in your email basically the minute you step outside of Schottenhof.
Is it just like a warehouse? Is it like a...
There is a rather strict quarantine system for the for any imports and exports that go through, specifically technological exports, because of the risk of new and interesting computer Trojan horses and all that. So this is a pretty standard facility quarantine that requires these servers to be powered on periodically and scanned for further information, further checks.
Okay. I'm going to be trying to get us a way in. And in order to do that, I would like to use my clever and my government to try to find some sort of policy loophole that would allow us to get in using like an ID as inspectors, or I don't know why I pronounced it that way, but inspectors, or so something that would allow us to get past that quarantine.
Okay. All right then. 2d6. Tell me what you get.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that after. 7 plus 3 is 10 plus 2 is 12.
Okay, that's another 2. You managed to find a pretty good route. You have a rather good idea. You're not sure how well you forged the identification, the credentials to get in, but you have 5 sets of them. And we'll see how that goes. Gator.
One question before. So the part of the Gator's 3D printer is that the first time they roll personal, the first time I roll for personal prep before a mission, I gain +1 prep.
All right, so you're going to start with 1 prep additional to your 2.
All right, awesome. Just wanted to get that checked off before. Gator is basically going to be, they have their own personal drone, and Z is just going to make sure everything is kind of up to date. They don't want to have that thing that always happens when you need your computer and it's like update required. They want to make sure they've pre-installed all their updates and everything, and also just working on like making sure that they are kind of all, I guess just making sure that they have got everything in line. They tend to scavenge random parts of equipment and stuff, so making sure they have a bunch of like random bits of junk metal and stuff in their pockets is how they are prepping.
All right, and what does that look like in terms of mechanics?
I think clever, just because they are,
obviously, yeah.
So that is
sorry, what specialty are you adding to that?
Specialty robotics, because they're working with their drone. And
so then that's a +4 to whatever you rolled.
So that is 13.
Another 2. Very good. You managed to get some good parts. Pieces are a bit more intact than you anticipated. You're not entirely sure what use you could have for this. It's well used. It makes a funny buzzing noise when you power it on, but you're not entirely sure why. It could be the well, there's a lot of different reasons, and I could just technobabble for a while, but I don't know. Pixel, what are they up to?
So I was trying to make sure I knew what I was doing. But they have access to a workshop thanks to scavenger as one of my traits. So with like a date, like a little cash and some work, I can make any spot a little workshop. So I have advantage on a group prep roll, which is
Excellent.
good. And I think what they're doing is simply like making sure their body is up to snuff with all upgrades, make sure there's no like nothing is out of whack. So I'd say probably clever cybernetics to roll.
Now, are you sure you don't have to hack into the system to look into these things? Sorry, another quote.
I was ready to use that one myself.
All right, go for it.
Well, I will have to hack into this. I will have to hack into the system. Idea of making sure I have my ghost ready and a few things ready just for. I have a shard card as well, just in case anything needs to be accessed. But I think I'm just going to try to make sure all of that, because all of my like hacking stuff is all equipped to my body at some point. So making sure they're all just not going to get like stuck or anything or messed up with them.
Okay.
Don't need my wheels to not work when I need them.
So that's a +4.
Alrighty. That's 11.
Okay, that is also 2. You guys are killing it. All right. And that leaves us with Marti.
Yeah. So, because I, kind of have a bit of a background in being a civil servant, so I would do some research on the inspectors that would go into the facility, for those quarantine procedures, and come up and try to come up with a disguise. So how I would be conducting this research would be using online communities, because I have a pretty good online presence in all of the forums, and just kind of going in there pretending like, oh, I just got this job. What do you wear? Like, what's the appropriate, things to have, and just kind of gather those informations from the willing people on the internet, to gather whatever I needed to disguise myself.
Okay. And what does that look like here in terms of numbers?
For
the skill and your specialty that you're using to roll.
So I think it would be the skill clever, just because I have to kind of fake my way in the online communities of how I can get these people to give
your
me
standard social engineering.
Yeah. And then I do have a my online communities as my specialty.
Okay. All right, so that's going to be another +4.
And then so that is a 15.
Wow. Okay. So it looks like you guys have a grand total of 10 group prep across all of you. Does anybody want to press their luck and go for another roll, knowing that if you fail, there will be consequences? Don't everybody jump at it at once. I know I really made it sound enticing.
Listen, if nobody's gonna do it,
It was also like no one's gonna.
Then I will
Okay.
do it because drama.
Go for
All
it.
right, Indigo.
All
So this is, like I said, harder because you're doing this at the same time. So you need a 9 at minimum.
It's the same roll. as before?
Also, you cannot use the same skill or specialty.
Both or
Ooh.
one
Correct.
of. Okay. So in that case, what I would like to do is I would like to use my cool and my specialty of the criminal underworld.
Interesting. How do you leverage that? Sorry, I'm just throwing out sci-fi names, story names, anything.
And potentially, if this is a social world, if this would be considered a social role,
Oh yeah.
because I have the criminal network talent, I would
Mhm.
get +1. I would be trying to contact somebody who probably, I mean, there's always someone who has access to these places or knows of ways in or out or things like that. So
All
trying to get in contact with a person like that who could, let us know that at 10:30 p.m. the guards change, and that would be a good time to go in or something like that.
All right. Give it a shot.
I have good numbers though, in general. My rolls are bad, but the numbers are good in my favor, hopefully. So that's a 5 +2, so that makes 7 +1 for criminal underworld, so 8 +1 for criminal network, so 9.
Okay, you just squeaked through. So you have the +1.
Now is a good time to let everyone know that I have really bad luck.
Ah, yes, the aura
In
of dice
general.
fail. Okay. All right. So you do manage to get a general idea of the some of the people involved in there, the guard structure, that sort of thing. And Pixel, you said you wanted to give it another shot.
No one else would. I was willing. Yeah. So
What?
yeah, I'll do it still. This is I'm a sucker for peer pressure. So I think I'm going to hear me out. Use quick and my specialty of anime. This is a sell, but I'm imagining it is one of those things of like, I've watched like sort of watched an escape sequence from like a particular anime, and just trying to make sure like with my skates I'm able to replicate that if need be to get out.
Just checking. Like, we can't help with rolls or anything, right? Like, we can.
No, this is how you're helping.
Okay.
Okay. So you are doing the bulletproof monk thing where you just watch a thing and emulate it and go from there. Yeah.
Absolutely. This feels on brand.
All right.
Are you trying to have the power of God and anime on your side? Is
A little
that what
bit.
you're trying to do?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Speed and anime. This go as well as it deserves. That's this actually went better than it deserves. That is 11.
Okay.
I hate that.
That is.
Especially because you
Another
rolled better
2.
than I did.
You think you've got some moves. You think you've got a couple things down. There was you ran into a little bit of trouble when you were watching The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, and you just didn't quite stick the landing. Your ankle kind of twisted wrong, but you're okay. Nothing some ice couldn't fix.
This is dangerous. Oh, anime, you've never let me wrong.
Okay. All right.
Can Gator also do another group prep?
Sure.
What's a good
Push your
one
luck.
person rolling the dice?
Everyone push it.
Gator is going to basically try and do some practice sparring with other members of the group to gauge like Gator's own physical toughness as well as like the health and everything of the other members of this squad. So what I'm thinking is tough plus either biology or riot medic, basically trying to get a gauge of how everyone's physical stuff is doing.
All right, pick one, and then you can roll.
All right, I have +2 to both of them, so I'm just gonna go with biology, I guess. Okay. So, all right, that is 9 plus.
Oh yeah.
4 is 10. No, that's not math at all. 9 plus 4 is 10.
It's 13.
It's 13. It's been
Okay.
a long day.
All right. So, despite the fact that your drone apparently is running an old school Pentium, God, that shows how old I am if I'm referencing that. Yeah, you do manage to get physicals on everybody, get a pretty good idea of where everybody is physically, and you do the things. Right. What's your blood type? Have you been overseas over the last 30 years? You know, that sort of thing. Any allergies to any medicines, anything like that? It's a standard thing. I imagine one of you is bored silly by this, but that's okay. All right. Does anybody else want to push their luck even further? Marty, Sylph, either of you.
I mean, I'll do it because somebody has to fail this roll at some point.
Probably not, but
Toxic. Yeah.
Also, Indigo would have answers to all of Gator's questions, but would fail horribly at that physical test.
Meanwhile, Sylph would insist on going last, just very worried that she's going to break it.
Okay, Marty, how are you pushing your luck here?
Yeah, so I'm thinking, you know, Marty's a planner. Marty's a bad planner though, but is a planner. Still has a plan. So, you know, because we're supposed to do this undetected, you know, I'm just thinking of a way that if we are detected, that a way we can get rid of that detection. And by doing that, you know, I do have this specialty for demolitions. So,
okay,
you know,
we'll
while I'm already
B.
in, yeah, you know, plan B for blowing it up.
Boom.
Boom.
Boom. Yeah,
You
the boom.
and just
the boom
quietly
plan.
bring that in.
So, so using that, you know, just trying to come up with the resources to make that boom happen if needed eventually down the road.
Okay, so you said quick and demolitions, or what was the skill you were using?
Yeah, quick.
Okay.
Yeah, be quick around booms.
Can I just say I'm loving how discover, because I didn't look at everyone's character sheets, discovering everyone's specialties and just being blown away, pun mildly intended. Just like, what was it? Riot medic? So good.
All right,
The
Marty,
special
how'd we
deeds are
do?
the best part. Well, that is a 10.
How?
So that's one more point.
How have we?
You managed. It wasn't really so much creating the explosives because, I mean, you're pretty smart. You could MacGyver explosives with pretty much anything short of ice cream. Actually, you've tried that once. Didn't go so well. I know. It depends on your perspective. I get it. But in this case, the explosives aren't the issue. It's the packaging and making sure that they're not detected by standard station sensors. Okay. You think you've got a pretty good idea on it. And last but not least, Silk, did you want to tempt fate here?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Got my food, got my guns.
That's the one responsible
Set.
person here.
Okay. All right. So now that all the preparation is set and the suspense is all ready, we're going to take a break. So, Mur, I believe you are still with us. Yes?
I am still with you. Everybody, thank you
Excellent.
so
Great.
much for staying with us on this wild ride that is going to be happening. We'll be back shortly, so everybody stand up, stretch, pet your pets, and we'll be back soon. Bye! Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the third game of the day for the GLSEN with Pride charity stream. We are currently playing Hardwired Island, where our lovely group is doing a job, and then we just finished prep. Just as a reminder, if you would like to have us if you would like to add to our shenanigans, you can donate $15, give us a quote, and we will work it into the narrative. I just put it in chat for exclamation point incentives. And I'm also going to be closing a giveaway for a $20 gift card to Familiar Coffee. So last chance to get on that, exclamation point coffee in chat. And then we'll start another giveaway which is a current player token for board games printed by our very own Phoebe. Back to y'all.
Okay, welcome back. So, 9 days have passed. Well, 8.5, really. You've all taken good care on your preparation. You've done everything that you think is necessary to begin this infiltration and installation. There's just one little catch. Because this is the future, and because the future kind of sucks, now we are all going to roll for what's called economic shock. So this is a straight 2d6 roll and add your burden. Tell me what you get.
I got an 8.
Same.
Okay.
8.
6.
10.
7.
You said add, right? So like
Yes.
I got a 4 and a 3 plus 1 is 8.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Okay. Yeah, you guys actually kind of dodged a bullet there. If any of you had rolled over 13, you would be in economic shock and you would gain a rather significant detriment during the course of the mission here. So I'll just have to improvise.
How
The-
cryptic.
The building is very inconspicuous. However, you do notice an increased police presence nearby. Not private guards, actual station security. And probably the one thing that you were not counting on was the fact that these wouldn't be private contractors. So this is a little bit bigger than you anticipated already. So your first task is to identify where in this building those servers are. You have a manifest label, but you do not have any ideas on, well, actually, you're all standing outside, mission start.
Well, we have our IDs. Marty, you got us some disguises. We have no reason for them, or they have no reason to believe that we don't need to be here. Just walk in like you own the place. Or
Yeah, but
at least like
if
you
we
belong.
we own the place, wouldn't we know where to go though?
That is true. However, some of us can probably take care of that once we get inside, right? Maybe, maybe you'll have to hack into the system and figure out some way to identify what box we need to get to or whatever. I don't know. This is not my area of expertise.
Look, as soon as we get in there, I'm sure we can get a couple of them to talk to us civilly.
Okay. So you guys just walking in?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, this is going to be a social technique and a social challenge to start with. 5 of you walk up, kind of clustered. And the gate guard looks at you and says, "Stop. Hold it. You guys know the drill. Come here."
Walk over, show the ID.
Dr. Finch.
Yes. I'm
Changed your
sorry.
hair.
Are you? Oh, thank you. Thank you for noticing. I can give you their number if you want. Hook you up. Get you a discount.
That's perfectly fine. And these 4?
Yeah, they're with me.
I'm going to need to see IDs.
Oh, right.
He stares at Silk. You are also Dr. Finch?
You can't see the resemblance? I'm their sister. Long lost siblings we were. It was a tried and true tragedy the way our father left both of us adrift off in the sea of space. But no, I found my sibling, and I'm so glad that I have Dr. Finch at my side. I too am Dr. Finch.
And you are a doctor of...
To be fair, they're a different kind of doctor than I am. I'm one of those like psychology doctors, you see. I'm more able to deal with the mind. So for instance, right now you're sweating an awful lot for someone who's supposed to be asking questions. Should I be concerned about you there, lad?
Okay, this is a bullshit social action. So this is 2d6
It could be
plus
true.
4.
You don't know. Secret backstory.
We've been coordinating this whole time.
Galaxy brain move.
We are in space.
I set myself up for that one.
What'd you get?
A bullshit.
Yeah, 2d6 plus cool.
Plus cool. Okay. Fuck. 5.
Is there a way that I can assist?
This is where prep and group prep comes into play. You can actually spend prep to gain advantage. Actually, let me pull this up. Oh, great. Of course, this isn't. All right. So you are able to activate items, boost your defense, boost a roll by another die, ignore damage, negate disadvantage, reduce damage, that sort of thing, or narrate a flashback.
I also have I know that it doesn't help with this particular shit roll, but I also have ACAB, which means I take a +1 on all rolls dealing with police and other security forces.
So that takes it
So
to
that's
a
6. It's still not enough.
Still not enough.
But like, if we're gonna
So-
re-roll, I have that.
So boosting the roll would actually, you get another die
Oh, okay.
and you roll that in.
That was a 4.
So
So
12.
12.
Okay. Mark off one of your prep, either personal or group. Your call.
I'll do personal.
All right. Yeah, you do kind of look like a psychologist. You've got that look. You know, the whole ripped part of it. Doctors, what does a psychologist need with a docking bay?
What is a docking bay if not the entrance to the mind?
Look.
After all, if I'm sorry, sibling. You go first. I always talk too much.
No, that's quite all right. So, we've been informed of someone on the facility that has been causing some problems, and she's here actually to perform a psych evaluation on. Oh, it's just keep it on the down. Probably shouldn't even be telling you this. But she has to perform a psych eval on Jared from accounting.
Jared?
Yeah.
I always thought 3Jane would be the one to snap.
Yeah, you know, it's always the one that you least suspect. Yeah.
But you really shouldn't be telling them this. This
I'm
is
sorry,
highly
I'm sorry.
unprofessional.
You're
Dr.
gonna have to
Finch.
keep it between us, eh?
All right. You need to log all 5 of you in. So each of you stand in front of the ID unit, one at a time. Don't all crowd. Okay, who goes
Push to the
first?
front of the line.
All right. You doing anything special or just standing in front?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand in front of I'm assuming it's like a camera, right?
Yeah. It's like a
Yeah, so I'm gonna
almost
stand-
like a the scanners at the airport now.
Oh,
Stand
okay.
like this and then do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stand there and I'm gonna have the most bored look on my face. Like you have never seen anybody that has been more bored than Marty right now going through this process. Yeah, and then just kind of but then be really excited to get my ID on the other side.
Okay. Give me a cool check on this, please.
That is 6.
Miss, would you kindly step out here for a minute?
What can I assist you with?
I need to see your ID one more time. The system seems to have you mistaken for somebody.
Oh, that's horribly tragic. And then I'll hand over my ID.
Dr. Sparrow.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's try this one more time. Go ahead.
I go back in.
Hey, doctor, you're clear.
Thank you.
Okay. Who's next?
I'll go.
Any funny business?
I mean, I don't think so. Do I have any funny business? I just start pondering the idea of funny business for a second. I don't think I have any, but what would count as funny for you? You know, what's your sense of humor? I always love to know this.
If it makes anybody laugh, go for it. If it would improve your chances of getting in, go for it. In that order, I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think Pixel has anything. I think she might try to pratfall, but that's about it. She's not a funny person.
All right, this is going to be yeah. So just the standard cool check.
Wonderful. And does my fake ID that I had personally do anything else here? Or just
Are you using that rather than the one that was provided?
yeah, I'll use my go-to fake ID. Just software inspector is the name on like software inspector, and then it's a doozy of a name. Patricia Ithaca Xenon Lane. It's just the letters for Pixel. I had fun. It's a bit. So cool check.
Yes, please.
Oh boy, let's not mess this up. Come on, Pixel. We've been doing good so far. That's a 10. Oh no.
Come out of here for a moment.
Oh, but okay. I mean, this is my.
Can I see the
okay.
ID, please?
Oh, absolutely. I just hand it to him.
Scanner says you're Dr. Perch.
Huh. Weird. I guess so. Huh. Interesting. Maybe there's some funny stuff happening with IDs around here.
Did you forget to update this after you got married?
Gosh, we had a whole argument about whether or not to keep a name or not. It was a whole thing. You know how paperwork goes. Easy to lose track of.
All right. Well, just be more careful in the future, Dr. Lane.
Yes.
Dr. Perch.
Either works. I still am more of a lane. I was thinking more of a Perch lane, but sounds like a weird street, so I wasn't quite certain on that one yet.
Yeah. Just in one more time, please.
All right. All right, do it again.
You're fine. Okay.
Wonderful.
All right, and that leaves Gator.
Gator is going to step on up and step into the scanner.
All right. This is going to be a cool check with disadvantage, actually.
Wonderful.
Just-
Gator is already so cool. This is sarcasm. That's
incredibly cool.
That's a 6.
Yeah, that tracks. Poor Gator.
Can you come out here for a moment?
Gator is going to step out of the ID chamber thing and say, I guess you might need some new machinery. I can fix that for you after I finished my job back there. I guess I can.
That's quite enough, Dr. Warbler. I don't know. The system seems to think that you have a few unorthodox mods in. Did you manage to declare them all before the security check a couple weeks ago?
I believe I should have. I'm 100% a law follower. I'm not big on those people and those unorthodox modifications and such. I'm very anti mod.
Guard looks at your tail.
That's for the aesthetic.
All right, you guys go on through.
Gator gives awkward finger guns.
Gator, come on, Gator. You can't be like this.
Yeah, Indigo's gonna turn to Gator as we pass and say, I am a law-abiding person. That's what you went with?
I love the law.
Oh, okay.
Love the law and love to break the law. It's fine. It's fine. Smile and wave and carry on. Let's find the break room.
Gator, you sweet soul.
All right. So it doesn't take you long. The break room and the cafeteria are both pretty well signed. However, about halfway down the hall, you see on one of the monitors just the phrase rapidly, scrolling across it, the system is down, the system is down, the system is down, the system is down.
Looks like the system's down. Someone should check that out.
Yeah,
That would
if
be
the
you and me,
system is
right?
down though.
But if you say it to the right beat, it's kind of catchy. The system is down. The system is down. The system. I like it. I'd listen to it.
Someone needs to get you into some better music.
I like my music just fine, thank you. But fine. Are there any people around at all?
It's late at night. You can hear the hum of the floor polisher in the background. But there doesn't appear to be anybody in the hallway. It's dark-ish.
Okay, so Silk is going to be on the lookout for any single person that just happens to be walking the halls. But other than that, just heading towards break room or wherever the rest of the group is going.
Marti, you said you wanted to go for the break room, yeah?
Yep.
All right, what do you want to do in there?
I was hoping that the break room would either have like a local computer to access the local system that may or may not be down.
and or possible like employee lockers that would have
The
employee
break room
personal
does
belongings.
actually have a couple of terminals. They seem to be linked into both the local network and the station intranet. So take a seat. What are you looking to do?
Just some gentle poking right now. You know, possibly trying to locate a map of the facility, like a more detailed, not just colorful blocks type map, but like actual room numbers type map.
Okay.
And or maybe a time schedule of work shifts or something.
Okay. Some of this information you have just by virtue of the group prep. So you can just have it, but you'd have to spend a point of group prep or personal prep to just have the information.
Yeah, I'll spend a point of personal prep.
Okay. So you have the information that you had from the 9 days of preparation. And you take a look on the computer because you know you're never take anything for granted. This doesn't match the records that you have. I mean, the physical layout of the facility is the same, but the manifest that you were, the tag that you were looking for doesn't appear to exist in this system, which it should be noted is not down.
The system is not down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was talking about the capitalist system, but who knows? At this point, I would stand up. Well, so our manifest number doesn't exist. Like this one doesn't line up with this one over here. Anybody know a bit more? Isn't somebody don't we have somebody that knows a bit more about the getting into the systems and things?
Yeah. Hi. I heard systems. Like
Hi.
immediately
Yes.
perks up. Yeah. Okay. So, I think I want to do a search roll on the computer and see if we can find out maybe when the manifest, how recent this one is, or how recent. Yeah.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Okay. So, is it the search roll?
The search action.
Okay. Wonderful. All right. 2d6 plus clever. Of course, the one time I clevered wasn't perfect. That is a 9.
You notice there are somebody very sloppily changed things. This was taken a look at, and then somebody's like, "Oh no, this can't do," and just crudely shuffled things around.
Terrible design.
If you
and
take
terrible
some
layout.
time, you might be able to unshuffle it and find out what is missing, but it would take you a little bit of time and a little bit of doing.
I'm down to spend a little time trying to get this worked out. Honestly, my brain really hates seeing the way that this is poorly done. So I think I might fix it anyway, but I just wanted to give you fair warning. I'm going to work on this for a second. Are there cameras in this room, by the way?
Yes.
Good thing I have virtual ghost. So I don't have a face. I look like a cartoon character.
Who do you
Yeah.
look like? I'm curious.
I think it's very much a like imagine generic magical girl, like as like the face, that's exactly what it is for Pixel. Like witchy looking magical girl while I'm hacking.
Magical girl, non-copyright infringement. Go.
Exactly.
Okay.
Virtual ghost.
So Pixel's going to be a little occupied for a little while. You do have a general idea, I should note, that of where the quarantine sections are, but there are a lot of shipping containers in there and that sort of thing. So you might want to try moving towards that area, I would suggest.
Yeah. Pixel, are you going to be okay?
Oh yeah,
Here?
I'll catch up. They can't see me anyway.
Okay. I mean, it is the break room, so and employees are allowed in here.
Exactly. I'm fixing files. Like that's not even a
Yeah.
lie. I'm just fixing files.
What if one of us stays with you and the other three go elsewhere?
I won't be fun to hang around, but sure.
I mean, when have you been? But
All right.
I'll do it.
You're gonna 1v1 me in a fighting game later.
Sounds good. Okay, we'll stay here. You three, onward.
Okie dokie.
Do we have a way of communicating with one another?
Yes.
Okay. Clarify.
Yeah, you do have short range communications. It's pretty standard. Whether or not it's encrypted, that's up to you.
This is my carousel poking out. Is there any chance that we made a code? We made code words.
This is where you would spend group prep for this. It would cost 2 points to have a flashback and prep for that in advance, and then 1 for the flashback and 1 to activate the encryption units.
I'm down to use those if everyone else is. That
Yeah,
feels like a
that's
smart move.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this retroactively smart.
Okay.
I love flashback mechanics. They're so
Now,
fun.
bear in mind, though, Silk, if you do this, you cannot do another flashback this mission.
I'm okay with that. I spent my prep on like guns and food, not super exciting. So I'm fine with that. This is good.
Okay.
Some people would argue guns and food is very exciting.
I guess.
All right. The 3 of you then. By the way, who's carrying the CD?
I am. I have the CD. What? More specifically, Chippo has the CD, but is on me.
Okay. All right. So the 3 of you, what's your plan?
Well, oh, go ahead. You look like you were going to say something, Gator.
Oh no, I wasn't.
Oh, all right. We should head over to where the boxes are, right? The shipping containers. And maybe we can find someone over there to help us, or maybe there's some kind of handy robot or something that will help us locate, like one of those helper bots that just kind of, it's like you say, I'm looking for this thing, and then they go and they find it for you.
You do see just bobbing along a janitorial bot. It's what's causing the floor polishing noise in the background. Hello?
Yeah. Yes. Hi. We're looking for the shipping containers. I typically work in one of the other facilities, and this one's a little bit getting a little bit turned around here.
You are in my way. I cannot continue with my work until you clear this hallway.
Right. If you could just point us in that direction, I'll get right out of your way.
I am a janitorial unit. I do not have arms with which to point.
You know, like gesture or like give verbal directions.
This is going to be under the social stuff. This is interrogate.
Right. What am I rolling for that?
This is 2d6 plus clever.
Okay. I have nothing. Can I use charm?
No.
Didn't think so. Well, that is an 8.
You see it back up a little bit. That information is not in my knowledge. What is your purpose?
Inspecting.
What are you inspecting?
I could be inspecting you. Maybe get you shut down.
That is a threat. So go ahead and make that action.
I'm having trouble finding the actions. What
It's on
is that
page 36.
36. Thank
Should be
you.
thereabouts.
That way I don't have to keep asking.
It's okay. This one is 2d6 versus 2d6 plus clever or cool.
That's the same roll. 8.
I am alerting security. Your behavior is aberrant.
Well, I mean,
oh.
oh, go ahead. If you want to give it a shot.
Marty is also going to walk up to this bot. We are inspectors. We have the power to get you decommissioned and thrown off of this space station. So if you'd like to continue shining floors, you're gonna give us the direction we're looking for.
That is also a threat. Clever or cool.
That is an 11.
This unit has passed all inspections. I do not know the information you are requesting. Please do not space me. It's cold out there.
Well, you know, if you had let us do our job instead of asking questions you didn't need to, we would have just kept going on our way.
Please go on your way so that I may continue polishing this floor and
Of
not get
course.
spaced.
Of course, you're doing a wonderful job.
I would
This
be
is
doing
excellent
a
work.
wonderful job faster if you were out of my way, meatbags.
Oh, I would have moved out of the way. Just acid. Well, that was a bus.
Maybe just pick a direction. Gator, do you have any inclination?
You guys have a pretty good idea of where the area is. The physical layout hasn't changed, but you're not sure which quarantine bay it's in. That's all. they're all in the same general direction. That was not entirely a waste of time, but it was funny. So
Down to the quarantine bay then, I guess. Once we get there, I can send like drone, and Gator kind of lifts up this little drone into one of the bays to try and figure out, I mean, split up, but without having to split up as people, I suppose. Because people splitting up is bad, I've heard.
Quickly, yeah.
you've already done that, but that's okay.
That goes over Indigo's head. It's just not. It hasn't connected those dots yet.
Silk and Pixel.
Yes.
Obviously, you've heard them arguing with the floor sweeper right
They're
outside the
threatening.
door.
They're threatening a poor little bot out there. Just giving it the gussy. Do they know that they don't just hand out this information to everybody? God, that poor little sweeper.
Is it the worst thing we're planning on doing here today?
I mean, it sucks. It's not great to threaten something that has no bearing on any of this.
Oh, it super isn't, but we did leave them unchaperoned. You seem to be the one person here who has like a degree of sense. Oh, Marty also has a little bit of sense, but Beau's very convincing, or I mean, Indigo's very convincing.
I wouldn't. I mean, maybe, but it's more like they're very internal, and I'm very external.
It's
You are
appreciated.
you are in my way. This very large woman, very muscular, wearing plate armor, not
Right.
like full on metal plate shining armor, but like standard plasteel, is pointing at the cola machine behind you, Silk.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get in your way there.
Thanks.
I'm Dr. Finch. It's nice to meet you.
She looks at the weapons that you're carrying.
You can never do
Amy.
with too much protection.
I'm Amy. Nice to meet you. When do you start your shift?
Technically, I've already started. We're working on a little bit of the infrastructure going on here. It's quite messy. It's quite. Ugh. I can't believe you guys have to deal with all of this.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hassle. Look, when were you assigned to this facility?
Fairly recently, it was a little bit of psychology work that needs to get done, but I'm here helping Dr. Sparrow here with some other stuff. Don't want to leave him unsupervised or anything. What do you do here at the facility, if I might ask? Like, do you come here often, daily, weekly?
I do come here often because I'm a guard.
A guard. Well, I should have guessed with all those rippling pectorals you got there.
She kind of crosses her. Look, can I just see your ID for a minute here?
Absolutely. She passes off the fake ID.
Quickly writes number on back of ID.
Oh no, how could that ever happen? No, I'd hate it.
She looks it over. All right, Dr. Finch, just looks over at Pixel. You've been here for a little while. I mean, when do you have to go back? You can't just hide in the break room all the time. That's not going to look good on your review.
Do you think this is hiding? Do you not understand the ways that this thing is so like poorly set up? I am trying to go through layer by layer and properly get it organized and it just starts going off. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, okay.
just a
okay, fine.
hyperfixation for a second.
Right, but that terminal's never worked right. But I don't know. Look,
It's never
just
worked right for anyone here. However, I am here now, so it will work right very shortly if you give me a few more minutes. Thank you. And just keeps going.
all right. But I would have thought you would be working on the secure terminals over in the quarantine bay.
I mean, you have to start with the unsecure ones first, and then I'm working my way up. See, this is what I call a fun brain teaser, and then I'm going to get to the main course quite soon. But I mean, I can head over there now if you really like. But I mean, you're gonna regret that this wasn't done right.
Yeah, this is over my head. Just don't beat my score on pack space. Okay?
Well, what is it?
The score, my dear. The score.
Oh no, what is the score? I want to know.
Well, you shouldn't be playing games while look.
Oh, this is good to know for future reference. This will be an icebreaker for later. That's what people call that, right?
6 trillion. About 6 trillion.
Ooh, you're fun. Okay.
But before you go, I will say I'm having a little bit of trouble finding a specific room, and and anytime I ask anyone else, they just don't seem smart enough to be able to tell me. Would you happen to know where security is that what I'm looking for? Pixel? No, not Pixel. Dr. Sparrow.
Marty's Dr. Sparrow. I am Dr. Lane or Perch.
Perch. That's it.
Either work. I believe security is where we were trying to get to after this.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I'm just terrible with directions. If you could write it down, that'd be even better.
Yeah, give me your ID again. I will text you that real fast.
That would be perfect, dear. And passes over the ID.
Okay. Hands it back. All right. You should be getting that soon. And pretty soon, bing, you've got directions.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'll be sure to keep your number. And
yeah, that's the work number. So look, I gotta get back. She takes the soda out of the machine.
Have a good day. I'll beat your score in like 2 days, I promise.
Don't be playing it. Just all right. The three of you have made it to the quarantine bay sector. There are 3 main quarantine bays.
Is there anyone around?
There's the usual cameras, the basic things. But there don't appear to be people around, no.
Okay. I would shoot a text to Pixel then saying, hey, have you found the ice cream?
I think Pixel takes a second of like, I think so. We have the ice cream, right? So do we have the ice cream?
You are muted.
I'm
then.
muted. Yeah, we've got the ice cream, and holds up her phone.
Yeah, we have ice cream. Yeah, I think Rocky Road was what I decided on. Silk decided on mint chocolate chip.
Indigo would read
Sweet,
that and
delicious
go,
chocolate chip.
I don't know what that's supposed to be. Do you know what it's supposed to mean, Marty? Gator. That wasn't in the codes. I don't.
I think they're just trying to make it organic.
Oh, right.
You know.
Right. Yeah.
So
totally.
like, it's actual ice cream.
Okay.
Gator, weren't you your little buddy that you have over there? Are we gonna do the thing?
I can have him do the thing. And Gator picks up this little drone, which has, it looks like a drone, but it's got this this arm, like two arms basically, that have those little chameleon mittens,
Cool.
so that it has fine manipulation. It also has like it's got a good camera on it. It's got a good recording system.
Okay.
So Gator is
A,
going.
B, or C? Which bay are you looking at first?
Gator will send that to base C.
Flies in. Give me an operate check, please. So that's going to be clever plus your operate skill.
All right. Well, I just rolled my dice into a pile of dice and then forgot which ones I had rolled. So let's try that again. That's an 8 plus 3 is 11. Yes.
You don't think that you are flying in the viewpoint of any of the soldiers flying around, or not flying around, but walking around in between the cargo containers. Although it should be noted, you weren't expecting the soldiers to be there with the pulse rifles.
There's soldiers with pulse rifles in base C. That could indicate a high security prevalence and therefore some illicit cargo, but it could also indicate that we're in trouble no matter which door we go into.
What?
Gunmen.
Okay, look, I talk my way into. I don't do the fighting. I mean, I can't, but I don't.
So, I'm starting to get the feeling that we were set up here.
You think so?
Yeah. You want to just, blow it all to smithereens and just call it a day?
I mean, it seems bad to do that while we're in here. Also, I haven't checked the other bays, so I could do that.
Do that, yeah.
Yeah. This time you do B for boom.
That's how it works.
All right.
Okay. Another operation check, please.
All right. Oh no.
Oh, no.
That's a 6.
Oh,
Okay.
Gator, your rolls are so bad.
Yeah.
So the drone enters Bay B. It's almost immediately spotted, but the guard who is not armed is just stupid temperature. Shivers and then just continues on her patrol route. There's a couple of guards in here, nobody armed, but it's very, very cold.
And Gator relays that information to the rest of their group.
Would it need to be kept cold? I guess we don't know that much about this kind of stuff. Well, okay, so B is for Burr. Maybe we should try A, round out the results.
I can try. I got the drone got spotted on the last in room B, but I can try room A and see how stealthy I can make this thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
in for a penny, in for a pound, right?
Sounds good to me.
All right. One more check.
That's an 8 + 3 is 11.
Well, you weren't spotted. That's because Bay A has exactly one shipping container in it.
So there's only one shipping container in Bay A, which seems a little bit absurd given the size of the. But I made my drone do a loop, so that was fun.
Yeah, A for alone. So
Now, also,
Maybe-
you didn't notice any guards. But
As much as I'm hoping that it's not the one with all the guards, considering the importance of it, I feel like it's probably the one with all the guards.
yeah, but it could be the one without the guards because they don't want people around it. Let's go with A, and then we can always double back to C.
Yeah, there's only one thing to check in A, so hopefully it wouldn't take that long.
the doors open from Bay B, and another guard, androgynous looking, definitely a cyborg of some kind, is talking to the one that spotted the drone and says, every so often I dissociate while I'm eating ice cream. I just feel at one with the cold, creamy flavors. And the guard looks at her friend and says, you got issues, Bind. They walk past. They don't seem to notice you.
No, go to A. Go.
I can stand at the front and maybe try to stall if anybody tries to come in.
Okay.
All right. Just stand and try to look casual.
Okay. Pixel and Silk. Pixel, you have pretty much plumbed the depths of the publicly accessible network. If you want to go any further, you're going to need to break through either some heavy security on this one, or you'll need to go to an actual secure terminal that has that access unlocked.
Are you down to go check out a different terminal? I think I'm finished with this one. I think we should actually get to the quarantine one that I was told to go to.
Like you got it all cleaned up. You've got it so that all the files are in the right place and everything.
Oh yeah, no. There's this one weird file that said "Be gay, do crime" in there, but besides that, it's all good.
So like you made that one big because like that's you got to do that one.
I
right?
put it under like 6 different ones, so it's gonna really surprise someone in like 3 months, which is my favorite type of joke.
Good. That way they'll be like, you know what? I don't know what to do with my life right now. And they'll open that file and they'll be like, you're right, file. I should go be gay, do crime.
Exactly.
Perfect. Yeah, let's check out a different terminal. Although, like we could use the directions. We can use the terminal. Which one do you feel is best?
You have a pretty good idea, Pixel, that what was missing that was covered up to try to hide is a file that was in a secure terminal in the quarantine sector.
I think the quarantine one sounds fun. Everyone
Cool.
loves a good quarantine, right?
It
Oh,
should
yeah.
be noted that the secure facility, the secure room, is in Bay C.
Okay.
Fun.
Ah,
That's
But
the
you got
gun
some
bay, right?
information. I got some information. They got the ice cream, and I bet they have information. So how about we lasso up the wagons, and we'll figure out
Deliver
the
the
next
ice
step
cream?
together.
Should we? Yeah, but so let's go deliver the ice cream.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
All righty.
All right. You make your way to quarantine base C. The doors stand there. How are you doing this?
Is that really gonna be the way in? We've done pretty good just working here.
We don't have to, but I like to be prepared.
We all back together? Or no?
Did you guys go into Bay A?
The two of them did. I'm standing outside
Okay.
looking
Yeah.
as casual
So
as I can.
literally, as soon as Gator and Marty go in and those doors close, you see Silk and Dare walking around the corner and just
You would see Indigo like just really intently studying their nails and then kind of like looking at things on the ceiling. Just the picture of casual.
definitely attentive. Yeah.
Mm.
Hey, sorry about the ice cream, by the way. It melted on the way over, but we're here.
Right. They're in there. We should be there. So there's one shipping container in there. Figured might as well eliminate that one. That eliminates the whole room. And then Bay C has like way too many soldiers in it.
Oh, that's the one we need to go to.
Oh no, we might have to fight. That would be so terrible. I'd hate it. Just the worst.
Yeah, that would be terrible. Don't want to fight anyone.
No, definitely not. And
Maybe
she
we can
starts like
talk it
getting
out.
out her guns. Like
Hate violence. Just oh no. I mean, do you have a way to get in there without fighting?
I can maybe talk my way past them.
Can you say
Picture
that a
of
little more
confidence,
confident?
Indigo. Thank you.
I'm sorry, what? I dissociated for a second there.
big mood.
That's if you could say that a little bit more confidently.
Yeah, that'll be fine. I could do that. Yeah, listen, I'm more of a behind the scenes kind of person. I'm not usually the one that comes in here and does the thing. I'm normally like, okay, I'll talk to the person and then they'll get me the thing. I'm not normally the one that goes out here.
I have.
Like
Are
if
there
there was
any
someone
terminals?
in a van, that would be me, you know? Giving, maybe talking, getting people in.
I have an idea if there's any terminals nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I could maybe set off an alarm that will cause them to go run and check that out somewhere else far enough away. Give us time to get in.
Okay. Yeah. This is. You will be using the access. No, this is operate. So this is 2d6 plus clever.
Okay. 2d6 plus clever. Trying to make sure I don't have any other hacking stuff that'll make that easier for me. Like, that's not a bad amount of stuff, I will say. Alrighty. Come on, dice. That's not great. Can I use Data Bomb as a program?
Yes.
All right.
This will cost you a point of crap.
That's fine. I gain advantage on my next 3 hacking rolls in this network.
Okay.
So, so I can roll that a second time and take the better one.
You
Or
roll an additional die and then drop the
Okay.
lowest one.
Wonderful. That could still help this a lot. That was not a great roll. All right, helped it a little. That's 10.
Okay. Security breach in quarantine bay B. Security breach in quarantine bay B.
That was not it.
Not close. Not as close as I'd like.
The soldiers all rush out of Bay C, or at least a lot of them do, and see you two, see the 3 of you just standing there. It's like, did you see what happened? And they all file into Bay B.
Oh, hi, it was terrible. A bunch of people with guns who were planning on stealing something. I don't know what. Are over in B, I believe.
There was
God,
something
scared
flying
the shit
around
out of me.
earlier.
Security breach in Bay B.
There's like a thing flying around here earlier. Just like
You're
not-
right.
They want to steal ice cream?
Yes.
I'm sure they want to steal ice cream.
ice cream's very important.
Yes, they do. And, I know for a fact that the higher ups here really like their ice cream. And if something happened to them, they'd be really upset. You better go check it out.
Yeah. Security breach in Bay B.
There's you better go. That's you, right? You're security.
Yeah, fine. Just stay here.
I feel
Make
so
sure nobody
scared
goes
for my
in.
life.
When they walk in there, can I do a hack to keep that door locked for?
Yes, you can. This is definitely going to be another access. So this is 2d6 plus clever. This is going to be slightly more difficult, though.
Right, maybe I can roll not terrible. And data bombs for my next 3 hacking
Yep,
rolls,
you
so I
still-
still have
yeah.
advantage. All right. That's another 10. I'm so upset. I got a 1 in there.
The guards shuffle in, and you think there's no more coming in from base C. Now's your chance. Door shuts. Bay B, containment status active. Then you hear, hey, what happened?
Oh no, I think I can't open it on this side. What did you guys do? Did you break it?
I don't,
They'll make you pay for it.
who the hell are you people?
I'm Dr. Finch.
And I'm
Containment
also Dr. Finch.
breached. Procedure in place. Lowering temperature to 7 Kelvin.
That's really low.
I didn't do that. That ain't me. That ain't me.
That's negative 266 Celsius. I don't know Fahrenheit. I'm Canadian.
I was
All
more
right.
impressed by the Kelvin translation.
I was
Gator,
literally just writing a
Mars.
lesson on this. Anyway.
Gator, Marty. Bay A is completely empty aside from this one shipping container.
Is it like a wooden crate container, or is it like a
Oh
metal
no, this
container? Like,
is
what is
this is a metal one like you would see on a ship or on a semi.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we just open it, right?
Sounds
Well, it is unlocked or appears to be.
I'm just gonna open it.
Okay. It's horribly rusty. But it does open. Shining a light in there, you do see 9 perfectly identical powered off servers. They look really high tech.
So we did it. Okay. So what a Chippo Chippo pops up CD and tiny paws.
All right.
Do you know anything about servers?
I know about the mechanics of the servers, like how the wires connect and stuff, but I don't know anything about I don't really know about the coding and all that. I know how to make a drone do what I want, but that's a lot different from a server.
Oh,
You seem to
okay.
recall that the instructions Mr. Grackle gave you during the last thing was basically all you need to do is just insert the disk and let it run on each of them.
Oh, so I guess we just look for a disk slot then, and I go to each one trying to find.
They
the
have a disk slot. Yeah.
Let's put that disk in there then, I guess. Should we let the others know that we found the disk slot zone area? Servers, that's what I'm looking for.
Do we hear any of the alarms going off, or
Oh yeah, you
any
hear
of that
the alarms
commotion?
going off. Yes.
You know,
But-
I think they might have enough to deal with. We can it'll be real quick.
Sounds good. Let's put that disk in there.
Absolutely nothing happens.
Okay.
Is there like a visible unplugged, like is there just a wire that's goes around the
There's
corner?
no power cables. There's no power going to this at all.
Cool. I feel like these are probably too big to, pick up, so maybe we should get Pixel on the phone. Maybe she would maybe know.
Yeah. I think Pixel would be the best call to make. So
Sounds good to me. So trying to call up Pixel.
Hi.
Hey, Pixel. So
what's up?
So we found the disk slots on the disk slot devices. Nothing's happening.
Did you turn them on?
They're not just always on.
No.
Oh.
There's normally a power
well,
button.
Gator, look around for a power button.
All right. And while Gator is looking around for a power button, can I also use Clever Mechanic to try and repair the hardware? Like, is the hardware itself broken?
It just doesn't appear to have any power going to it.
Oh, okay. Then I'm just gonna look around for a power button.
Well, the power button still works.
Power button
There's
works.
like a flicker of light on the red LED and then it goes out because there's still no power.
Like it's not plugged in.
Yeah.
It's in a shipping
Pixel,
container.
we we hit
Both of
the
you.
power buttons.
Both of you give me a clever check with
Oh
disadvantage.
boy. Head empty. Let's go.
Oh, lovely. That's a 6 for me.
And that's a 9 for me.
Marty, Marty, you noticed pretty long power cable kind of coiled up maybe about 20 feet from the shipping container.
So I'm gonna run outside of the shipping container. I'm gonna grab this cable and start. Well, I'm gonna make sure the one end is the one end already plugged into the wall, or
It does appear to be, yeah.
Okay, so then I'm gonna grab the other end and then run back to the shipping container. Okay, I got
Conveniently
the
enough-
power line.
Conveniently enough for these, there is actually a main power unit on the outside that you connect the link to. You would know this, having studied the inspector's protocols and all that. So you take a look at your watch, remembering what Mr. Grackle's saying. You have exactly 3 minutes.
Oh boy. Okay, so let's just here, take the disc and put it in the first one.
All right. Both of you give me quick rolls, quick checks. And while you do that, we're going to go to the other three. Alarms are still blaring. The soldiers are starting to freak out a little bit because they heard 7 Kelvin.
And they also did the quick math. Can I spend 2 points for another flashback, or was that a flashback for everyone? That was spent.
You get 1 flashback. Everybody gets 1 flashback. So, yeah.
Can my flashback be that I suggested to Marty that she duplicate the contents of the disc onto multiple discs so that they can run it simultaneously to do it faster? Or was that too much plot contrivance?
That's perfectly fine. That's
Okay.
perfectly fine. Now, one thing I'm going to say, though, is that action will have consequences, or would if we didn't have only about 10 minutes left. Yeah, so you duplicated the disc between the two of you. You got the multiples and started installing them. Temperature containment in Bay B will reach 7 Kelvin in approximately 14 hours.
Oh, 14 hours. That's fine. Hold on. Aren't you good at math? How do you get from? I had
My
her.
But
friend,
still
you
going to be
might-
dropping
You might not
about
have seen this, but I had trouble getting to 12 earlier.
Right. It's like 14 hours, 7 Kelvin.
at
I don't know.
280 something that it's going to drop. So that's going to drop 20 degrees Celsius per hour.
Yeah, no, I know, but Indigo doesn't.
It's okay. But anyway, so a few moments pass and then the last server blinks with the red and yellow light that Mr. Grackle indicated that the installation was complete.
We
Hey,
did it?
Hey,
Yeah.
Pixel, can you like set like a timer for it to unlock in like, I don't know, like 30 minutes so that they don't die in there?
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll try it.
Yeah, that's another access check, but it's not going to be difficult. and you still have advantage.
Oh, why have my rolls been all bad in the back half? That's 8.
You think you got it.
That's good enough for me.
All right.
So we get to leave then? Is everyone good? Did we all get our ice cream?
Past ice cream.
We're still using ice cream as a code
I
word.
don't
I don't
know.
know.
I don't know if it matters at this point.
Although, I do have a hankering for mint chocolate chip now that you mentioned it. Like I didn't before, but now I do. And it's not. Maybe we can make a stop on our way.
Gator, you know a good
Yeah.
place.
Gator will bring that up. Gator is going to recommend their favorite ice cream place.
I love
was
Gator.
trying to think
Gator's
of-
done nothing but roll bad and like ice cream. I love
Yep.
it.
Emergency.
Well,
Emergency. Core breach.
I'm sure
We
it's
should
fine.
go.
We should.
Let's.
We're
yeah.
evacuating,
all
right? For safety.
Exactly.
Fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is why
Yep.
this is why we
Emergency.
did the roller skate training.
Emergency.
Let's go. Anime on our side.
So we start running down the hallways.
Everybody give me quick checks.
Can I add parkour to this?
Yes. Do you have
Oh
that?
my god.
I do.
Yes.
I have both parkour and anime.
Do I
And
add
I'm not
anime?
sure which one. I think anime.
Make it.
We're gonna anime our way out of this.
You can
Yes.
only use
I have
parkour
had that
if you
the whole
shout
time.
parkour while you do it.
Parkour.
Oh shit.
That's a 10 for me.
Yeah, that's a 10 total for me after adding anime.
Anime, you better not let us down.
That was
Okay.
a 4 with that's 2 ones plus 1 on quick and 1 from parkour.
Oh,
Gator rolled a cool 6 or a cool 7.
Yeah, that tracks.
so
Love
that's
Gator.
3 10s, a 7, and a 4.
Another
with-
7.
Oh, sorry. 2 10s, 2 7s, and a snake eyes. Crack! Indigo? You have never been in so much pain in your entire life. You have broken your ankle.
Oh no.
Silk will fireman carry them out.
No, I'm dying. I'm dying. I've been shot.
You're fine. Oh my
I've been
god.
shot.
Yeah. Sweet.
Facility lockdown in 3 minutes.
Sweet. Sydney.
Oh,
let's
go.
get you out of here. We'll
Go.
put some ice cream on your ankle.
Oh, you're gonna have to call my mother.
Oh, I don't want to do
Oh.
that.
Oh,
Our mother will not be proud of this.
Indigo, you seem so much less cool right now. Let's get out of here.
Okay. Carrying Indigo is going to make things a little bit more difficult for you. Silk, I want you to roll the quick check, but with disadvantage.
What does disadvantage mean?
You roll an extra die and lose the highest.
Okay, cool. The highest was 5, so 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 2 is 9.
Okay. Indigo doesn't slow you down that much. You've carried heavier. But yeah.
You need to work on your reps.
You guys run past the guard
Okay.
station
Busted.
at the outskirts of the facility. Just as emergency facility lockdown in 30 seconds.
We all made it out, right?
Outside
You're
of the-
out.
Yeah. Whew. Okay. That was all the plan. That excellent work, team.
We're good at this. We should do this again sometimes.
Yeah.
Silk is gonna double high five everyone as she's carrying Indigo.
Yeah, maybe we should go to the doctor first.
They're fine. They're fine. Walk it
I
off.
I
It'll
have
be
riot medicine. I can do that, and then we can go get ice cream,
Oh my
and then
God,
go
we
to the
do.
doctor.
Oh my
Pixel,
God.
your phone has just started to go off.
Mhm.
Pixel, this is Mr. Grackle.
Hi.
I told you to be inconspicuous, to be discreet. You
We were mostly discreet.
failed me.
Oh, we got the job done, and I wasn't seen on camera. That worked.
My escape is filed.
Were you in there?
I am everywhere.
Oops.
There will be consequences for your failure.
Does it mean
But-
I don't get Earthbound today?
We will find you.
That's really hard to do. But bye. I just like hang up. All right, so bad news. Maybe we messed up, and also there was something about getting out, and it seemed like we may have been working with something evil. I don't want to unpack that though.
Oh, well, so I'm hearing new identities for everybody. Welcome to the squad of fake identities, and nothing a good cup of ice cream can't fix, right?
What a terrible group of people.
But
Horrible.
they're your crew now.
I love it.
And as we're walking on the way to the ice cream shop and or the medic office, whatever we're doing here, Marty is like, I'm gonna take off like the shirt or like the jacket of the pantsuit, and underneath is like this weird like iconic printed t-shirt that really doesn't go along with this current scene, and then also is going to take off a wig that she's been wearing this entire time, throw those items in the nearest trash disposal. She has her hair is like a really close short buzz cut. Well, all right, so that identity's gone. Guess we're
And-
sticking together, crew.
You walk into the slowly rising lights over the spindle as Grand Cross finds another morning somewhat stranger, somewhat more unusual, definitely more dangerous than it anticipated. And that's it. Very well done. Thank you very much, everybody. So I hope you had fun. I know we made a lot of good money and a lot of good quotes from some interesting ones. I don't get the ice cream quote. I don't know where that's from, but that's okay. So my name is Phoebe. I am streaming at twitch.tv/code indigo. Where can everybody else find you guys on the internet webs?
Let's start with on the overlay after Phoebe, Pixel, Dare.
Hi, I'm Dare. You can find what I do most of the time on Twitter at mbdare. I have a link tree, which is the best way to keep most of my links together because I do a lot of weird random stuff. I have a tabletop game called The Cookout, and I have another one that should be out in like a week or two based on how hard my ADHD works. I have a podcast about The Circle with Banana Chan of Banana Chan Games that comes out the 15th of every month. I stream regularly with the Ephemeral Forest at twitch.tv/ephem_forest. Those are my big. Oh, and forgot the big one. I am a dice affiliate with Die Hard Dice. So if you like dice and you want a little bit of a discount, go to dieharddice.com. Use the promo code DAREJUNE for 10% off your next purchase. There we go.
Thank
Got
you.
him.
Going down the overlay, Gonah.
Hi, I'm Gonah, and I don't actually have any long-standing campaigns right now, so I'm free, and
here.
I can't wink, but I'm free.
Important.
I do, however, stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Most Saturdays we're not doing it because I just learned that we're apparently going to fireworks, which is cool. But I stream there. I'm on Twitter and Twitch and all that kind of stuff. Best place is probably follow my Twitter. I also do TikToks, all that. And my partner and I, Terrell, we are planning on doing a homebrew campaign, and we are looking for players. So in particular, if you are BIMPOC, if you are LGBTQIA+, and you would like to stream a homebrew campaign D&D 5e, hit us up. We have a form in my card, which is on my Twitter, and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.
Hey.
Mars.
Hi, I'm Mars. You can find me on Twitter at FrogCoo Games. You can find me on Twitch at EaselMars, or I'm part of Turntables RPG on Twitch. I will someday make a card and or link tree for commissions and stuff because I'm an artist. But for now, just follow my Twitter at FrogCoo Games. I don't have any streaming schedule. I'm a mess.
Shadow.
Hi, everyone. I'm Shadow. You can find me on Twitter at ShadowBookCat. Currently, I don't have any fun projects going on, but I do have some announcements I'm looking forward in the next couple of months after my big move. Otherwise, just follow that Twitter for some really cute cat pics. That's where it's at.
And last but not least, we have Beau.
Hello, everyone. I am Beau. You can find me on Twitter at DorkyTeacher. You can also find me on Twitch at just DorkyTeacher, where I stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You can find me this Tuesday over on Lucas G Varieties channel, where I will be playing in a alien RPG game. You can find me over on Paul's Cryptids channel next Saturday, where I will be in a Good Strong Hands game, and then I have a number of other ones that are coming up within the next month. So keep an eye on my Twitter, and I will also be updating my Linktree as those things become announceable. That's me.
And I am Mare. You can find me on Twitter at Archmage of Dice. I am the host and tech wizard for the day for the Glisten with Pride charity stream. We have one more game tonight.
Really quick, I just want to say thank you to Paul Machievik and Freya Erlingstatter, who were the creators of Hardwired Island.
Yes. And I am putting the link in chat right now for Hardwired Island. If you like this game, go check them out. Go purchase a copy. Thank you, Phoebe. I'm Mare, Archmage of Dice. Okay, I'm hosting the stream. We have one more game tonight. We are playing a game of Flying Circus, which, if you're not aware of that, it's that gay airplane game by Erica Chappell, who's actually one of the players tonight.
Looking forward to that.
I'm really excited. I know we have some cool incentives for that. That's going to start in about 45 minutes at 8 p.m. Eastern time. In the meantime, to occupy everybody's time, we're going to go raid my friend Eva Sari. I play on her channel every Saturday, usually about this time. But since I'm here, they're doing a fill-in with a prequel from our normal Horizons call game. And they are raising money for the Trevor Project. So go give them a hello and a hi. And maybe we'll see you in about 45 minutes with Flying Circus. Thank you, everybody, and see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.